Hola, muy buena gente, aquí Majoindies y hoy estamos con otro indie más para el canal. Y esta vez os traigo una aventura gráfica típica de esta de point and click, que la verdad que hacía bastante tiempo que quería probarla. Es de un estudio español, ¿vale? Que se llama En Complot Games. Y nada, vamos a probarla a ver qué tal, ¿no? A ver, he estado bicheando un poco el juego, así por encima. Ya sabéis que a mí no me gusta ver mucho el juego, ¿no? Para comerme spoiler y eso. Pero no sé, tiene buena pinta, la verdad. Vamos a probar. Partida nueva. Vale, a ver, rueda. Escape. Abrir y cerrar el inventario, ¿vale? Vale. A ver si me acuerdo. A ver, bienvenido a la demo de Decisión de Warlock. Por favor, ten en cuenta que es solo una muestra de una aventura mucho más larga y compleja. Ahora que lo estaba leyendo, creo que vi un vídeo donde decían los desarrolladores que en la demo había puzzles, pero que eran bastante más fáciles que lo que van a ver en el juego entero, ¿vale? Que después se complicaba mucho más. Así que guapo, guapo, porque los puzzles a mí se me dan fatal, la verdad. Ya, ahora lo vais a ver. Bueno, como iba diciendo, a ver, la escena que vas a jugar ocurre pasada la introducción, ajá. Así que deja que te pongamos en antecedentes. Al principio del juego, Lord Alistair Ainsworth y su mayordomo, Nigel, ¿vale? Acuden a la Universidad de Edgestoke, donde el aristócrata va a dar una ponencia en la Facultad de Historia, de la que es benefactor, ¿vale? El tema a tratar es la figura del enigmático Waldemar el Brujo, de quien se dice que reinó con puños de hierro y gracias a la magia negra en la remota región de Groldavia. Ajá. Pero los pocos que aún asisten a sus conferencias lo hacen para reírse de él. Hostia. Sus investigaciones son poco menos que ridículas a ojos de los académicos y no ofrece prueba alguna de la existencia del brujo. Frustrado decide ir a buscarla y allí, en Groldavia, es donde todo comienza, ¿vale? Groldavia, 1841.
These records sent to me from Vastrasia are fascinating. Look, there is a radical drop in the Groldavian population around the supposed date of Gorobek's execution, due to a huge outbreak of red plague. It cannot be a coincidence. Do you understand what this means?
That we moved here for you to do the same thing you could be doing in London.
I do not accept such levels of candor. Besides, since we have been here, I have done nothing but advance my investigations. Every conspiracy is unraveled bit by bit, and this data gives sense to Waldemar's curse.
Vale, podríamos decir que es como un detective, ¿no? Venido a menos, ¿no? El típico, parecido a Sherlock Holmes, pero que no daba una mierda, ¿no? O sea, que la gente ya solamente le ve para reírse de él, ¿no? Vale, y aquí seguro que va a descubrir algo guapo, ¿no? Tiene pinta. Oye, está muy bien. No sé si el juego en sí está dibujado a mano, pero el diseño de los personajes y el diseño del fondo y tal está muy guapo, ¿eh? Está muy chulo. Vale, a ver, he perdido la cuenta de las maldiciones que dice haber descubierto. No te voy a recomendar esta sí la
What
primera.
curse?
What are you doing during my lectures? The Warlock swore he would kill his 3 confidants with the very same weapons he was betrayed with. Kruberjan forsook his leader, embraced the Christian faith, and by means of it spread fear in the hearts of people. Lucanesque made use of his art to propagate a terrible illness in these lands. Surely that red plague. The mob blamed the necromancer, and Arkoff supported the revolt and used brute force to eliminate the dissenters. Do you not see? Everything fits perfectly.
Extraordinario, colosal, brillante. Oh, colosal.
Great. But didn't we come here to find evidence of the existence of Waldemar?
And what do you think this wonderful portrait we found here in such good condition is? I would not have found this in London. Though the style is not synchronous with the Warlock's life, this is most probably nothing but a curiosity. It may have no value at all to any serious investigation. Truth is... Oh, who am I trying to deceive? I'm a fraud!
Joder, se ha venido abajo en un momento, ¿eh? Qué guapa esta escena, ¿eh? Persevere. Por fuerza alguna de sus teorías tendrá que ser cierta. Es lo que llevan años diciéndole a la universidad. No, coño, no voy a ser tan malo, ¿no?
Don't be discouraged. With your foremost intellect, it won't take you long to make the great discovery for which humanity has been awaiting on edge.
I know you try to cheer me up with your poor compliments so I'll raise your salary, but all this unrelated data proves nothing. I came here looking for wonders, and in all these months the only thing I could call as such is a move without incident. Damn. Where is the magic of these lands? These are just papers.
Hostia, joder. ¿Cómo se ha quemado el libro tan rápido? Joder. Dios mío, se ha fumado en un momento, ¿eh? Oye, me estoy quedando, no sé, un poco flipado en el fuego, ¿eh? Lo bien hecho que está el fuego, ¿verdad? No sé, tiene pinta de que es una animación, ¿no? Que se repite en bucle o algo así. Es que estoy mirándolo, tío, y me está dando hasta calor. Os iba a comentar que mientras hablan ellos en inglés y tal, no voy a hablar yo lo que están diciendo abajo, ¿vale? El texto. Eso ya lo leéis vosotros, ¿no? No voy a interrumpir al doblador, claro. No sé qué esperaban contar llevado aquí cerrado desde que llegamos. Prefiero su arrogancia habitual. Al menos no tengo que oírle joder. Loco, no,
You should stop being so dramatic and make more effort.
You may be right. I'm having a mental breakdown. Inspiration flees from me. And given the awful diet you make me endure, my brain does not have enough sustenance to face all of these difficult chimeras.
Que la culpa va a ser mía ahora, ¿verdad?
My head. That bloody migraine again. I need a bath. Maybe thus I can get my thoughts in order and rid myself of the stench of failure I emit. Oh, that's perfect timing. Get rid of whoever it is before I lose my sanity.
Coming! Yes, what can I...
So this is the famous castle.
Hey!
I had expected something far worse. Actually, the decoration's very tasteful.
Listen.
I am Lady Florence of Richmond, Countess of Beresford, and the Baroness of Groldavia and Alturia. I wish to see your master. Please announce me immediately.
But...
What are you waiting for? Your master has lived here for months and has still not come to greet me. That is not proper for an English lord, mysterious as he might be. Oh, look at those windows, Lily!
Vale, hostia, manejamos al tío, ¿no? Vale. A ver, ¿podemos hablar?
Her splendour is a light in the darkness of this castle.
What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Vale, a ver. Ojo, inventario. Ok. Vale, puedo abrir el inventario con la I y con la ruleta, ¿no? Que la ruleta es como más cómodo, ¿verdad? Configuración, guardar, cargar, vale. ¿Qué he dicho? ¿Cagar o cargar? Cargar, ¿no? Vale. Y supongo... A ver, un momento. Vale. Por lo que veo no hay opciones de mirar y utilizar, ¿no? Es directamente, si lo puedo usar, pues lo uso, ¿no? Si puedo entrar, pues entro directamente.
The master is in his room. Up the stairs to the right.
¿Cómo?
The master is in his room. Up...
Ah, vale, perdón. Aposento del amo. Vale. Vale, se está dando una ducha, ¿no? Claro que lo ha dicho antes. ¿Jo?
I heard voices. Who was that?
Some lady who insists on seeing you. She introduced herself as the Baroness of Groldavia.
To me, she is like Countess Bathory. Get rid of her. Tell her I am... I don't know. I'm not in the mood for showing courtesies to an old harpy.
Well, she's certainly not old. Maybe you should have a look.
Hostia.
Oh, for God's sake, how can I concentrate with a hysterical fossil howling down there? Make her stop.
Right away, sir.
I am sure Archimedes did not have to struggle with this misfortune. Anyone can be a genius that way.
Hostia, ¿qué habrá pasado? Corre. Uy, el perro.
I heard screams, milady. What happened?
My little Lily, he fled from my arms and ran. Oh, he must be lost now. Who knows what might happen to him in such a big castle?
Don't worry, the castle is not as dangerous as it may seem. I'll find him safe and sound, I promise.
Oh, thank you. You are an angel.
Yo pensaba que íbamos a mover al tío, ¿no? Al detective ese, bueno, detective, ¿no? Ya sabéis. Pero no, a lo mejor es que vamos cambiando de personajes, ¿no? Vale, pues, ¿dónde se ha ido? ¿A la cocina o qué? Claro, tiene hambre el perro, ¿no?
Oh my god! He must have jumped into the grinder, lured by the chicken liver of the master's puree.
¿Qué dices? ¿En serio? No, no creo, ¿no? Como que la... Pero no, bueno, pero no está, ¿no? Hostia, que está guapo, ¿eh? Mira el fondo, tío. Es que me encanta mirar todo. Pollos.
2 fine specimens. I would swear there were 3 yesterday.
Ayer había 3
A
libros.
treasure of great recipes. This book has been with me since I first stepped foot in a kitchen. It's taught me everything I know. It's like a Bible to me.
Vale.
Oh, I'm eagerly waiting to put you in the oven. Mmm.
Qué bien hecha está la cabeza, ¿eh? Queso, roquefort, bueno, vamos a lo que vamos, ¿no? ¿Esto qué es? Ristra de ajos. ¿Qué dice, tío? Hostia, ¿esto es sangre? No. Pero... Aunque se haya metido en la picadora, si no estaba puesta, sin nadie la daba manivela, ¿no?
Lily? Hey, pretty thing. Are you okay? Does that mean yes?
Vale, parece que sí, ¿no? ¿Cómo lo saco de aquí? A la manivela no le voy a dar, desde luego. Cógelo, no puedo cogerlo.
Lily? Hey,
Va a hacer lo mismo, ¿no?
does that mean yes?
Vale, horno. ¿Cómo? Vale, ¿y cómo lo cojo de ahí? No, creo que tengo que utilizar la manivela, ¿no? No me jodas.
I can't understand how poor Lily could turn the crank and end up like this. It seems like something a ghost came up with.
Claro, es eso, ¿sabes? ¿Cómo le ha movido? Vale, picador, a ver, picador.
At least he died with a full stomach, and then he ended up being part of the same paste he was digesting.
No, pero no ha muerto, ¿no? Collar.
Lily? I think that's more than circumstantial evidence.
Hostia, ¿en serio le tengo que ir para allá y decirle que se ha muerto el perro o qué? Bueno, perra, ¿no? El Lily, ¿no? Hola, señora. Mira, que su perro está triturado, la verdad.
Oh, Lily!
Showing her that would give her an anxiety attack.
Vale. ¿Entonces? Hostia, ¿entonces para qué he cogido esto? Vale. Voy a ver, tío, si me dice algo, ¿no? A ver, collar de perro.
I don't even want to imagine the consequences.
Vale. ¿Tijera? Vale.
With these, I cut the master's hair, though I confess I'm tempted to use them in another way.
Sal de baño, ok.
The master said I prefer higher grade liquids to draw inspiration.
¿Champú? No puedo cogerlo, ¿no? Ah, sí.
No more suffering shampoo. Avoid lice, chemical burns, eye lacerations, and the more than probable permanent sight loss other shampoos cause. Usage. Apply dry, rub, and immediately rinse. Attention, do not exceed the recommended dose or application time. It can cause hair discoloration and hyperseborrhea. Vanilla perfume.
Vale.
The only salt I know.
Mira, si le doy 2 clics, se teletransporta, ¿sabes? Eso mola. Vale. A ver, ¿y a su habitación puedo ir? Vale. Joder, vaya. Qué cabrón, ¿no? Con lo grande que es la casa. Vaya habitación que tiene el pobre, ¿no?
The place I keep my clothes when I'm not wearing them. The threadbare percale of my uniform has little in common with the soft and delicate fabrics of the master's suits.
No, sí, ya veo. Vale. Betún.
I was cleaning my shoes when I was interrupted by an absurd assignment out of nowhere, but there's so little left to do. Someday soon I'll finish. I
Vale.
should consider myself lucky to have 2 pairs of shoes.
Botella de vodka.
It's empty, but I keep one for emergencies.
Vale. Una
My
mecedora.
grandpa spent months in that rocker waiting for my grandma, who one day went out to get drunk and didn't return. It turns out she was recruited by a whaler, and when she finally came back she had a hook for a hand, an obscene tattoo, and a Polynesian husband. In the end, the 3 of them lived happily together. My grandparents' was a modern, open-minded marriage.
Ah, oh, mira que bien, ¿no? Sistema de llamada, a ver.
A service bell system similar to the one we had in London. Though, like in London, the master just yells at me most of the time.
¿Esto qué es? ¿Estudio? Pone estudio. Har y. Background. Es que no lo veo bien. Estufa.
It's lucky I have it here, and a shame there's not even an ounce of ventilation and I have to sleep in fear of suffocating.
Joder, pobrecillo, loco. Me está dando pena, ¿eh? Vale, no veo gran cosa más por aquí, ¿no? Vámonos. A ver, bombonera esta.
So we've never had many visits, so the licorice inside has become a kind of dusty, heavy mortar.
Vale, no hay nada, ¿no? Sofás y sillones. ¿Algo más por aquí? No, no puedo ventanarles. A ver, ¿puedo hablar con ella?
I'm on.
Find him, please. He was a present from my late husband. If something happened to him, I would never.
Uh-oh.
Hombre, a ver.
2 of those relics the master insists on buying. I don't know how much dust has accumulated and how much is an actual part of them, so I've decided not to.
Vale. ¿Puedo irme para la derecha?
Behind those doors is a barren plain that separates us from human war. I have nothing to do there right now. Behind those... I
Ay,
have
perdón, que le he dado otra vez. Vale, pues creo que ya tengo que venir aquí. Uy, le he dado 2 clics sin querer. ¿Al establo? Vale. Hostia, está muy guapo el juego, me gusta, cómo está esto.
One of the many cracks in the castle walls, through which a chilly wind enters every season of the year. The master calls them medieval vents.
Vale, tenemos unas tijeras, champú, collar del perro. Hostia, no. No creo que vaya a ser lo que pienso que vaya a ser. Que vaya... Le va a poner el collar a la limaña peluda esta. Le va a cortar el pelo, le va a hacer champú, la va a lavar para dársela a la tía. Es lo que se me acaba de ocurrir ahora mismo. De verdad.
There's a little predator hidden under the carriage. That would explain the disappearance of the chicken from the kitchen. Come here, pretty thing.
Vale.
Ow! That beast almost tore my finger off. He seems hungry.
Vale. Tiene hambre, ¿no? Caballo, paja... Vale. Tiene hambre. Espérate, ¿vamos a la cocina? ¿Un pollo?
2 fine
No. ¿Qué le podemos dar? Harina, cabeza de cerdo... una
This
rama
type
de
has a vibrant colour. They'd make for a good stew in the pot.
El queso.
The master says he doesn't understand how I can eat rotten cheese. He doesn't know it's the penicillin that gives it such taste and flavour. Ah, the king of cheeses.
Ah, no puedo cogerlo, en serio.
It's a bit hard, but I'm keeping it. You could prepare a good soup with it.
No me deja coger nada, Habichuelas... Pescado.
I was ready to cut it into pieces right when I was interrupted. It's the master's favourite dish. In fact, he almost exclusively eats that. It must have a special appeal to vermin.
Vale. Vale. A ver si quiere eso, ¿vale? No, perdón. Para allá no. Vale, establo. A ver. ¿Quieres un poquito de puré de hígado de pollo, amigo? Ahí.
Chew, little guy. or you're gonna choke.
Ahí te he visto. Ahora, pillo esto.
It'd be better to catch him first.
Ah, vale, perdón.
He seems to have eyes only for his food. It's a good moment to act, with precision and stealth. Easy, friend. Wow, he must think I'm trying to take the food I gave him myself. It's better not to get too close without a physical barrier between us.
Sin una barrera sólida de por medio.
It'd be better to catch him first.
¿Cómo que sin una barrera sólida? A ver.
It was my bed when we moved into this filthy place. Though my bunk in the cupboard under the stairs is made from hay, so I guess it still is. Idle wasn't a bad roommate, but his flatulence grows worse the older he gets. Good old Idle. Before the weight of the years took its toll on him, he was more talkative. But sure enough, he's always been a horse.
Vale, no sé exactamente... Joder, se está poniendo, vamos.
It needs a good tune-up, but as the master hasn't left the castle since we arrived, I've just been postponing it.
Vale, a ver...
He seems to have eyes only... It's a good moment to act. Easy, friend. Wow, he must think I'm trying to take the food. It's better not to get too close without a physical barrier between us.
Sin una barrera sólida de por medio. ¿Qué necesito? Sin una barrera sólida de por medio. Algo me falta, ¿no? Por aquí. A ver, estoy pensando, ¿eh? Sin una barrera sólida de por medio.
It's half rusted. Even if it's of no use for cooking, maybe I can find another use for it.
Vale. Le toca poner, ¿no? La olla. Le toca meter la olla, ¿no? Vale, pequeñín. Un momento que te vas a venir conmigo, ¿vale? Hostia.
Trapped, tamed, submissive, the lamb fought the beast and won. Damn. I'm starting to speak like the master.
Vale. ¿Lo pillo?
Come with Uncle Nigel. Now that he's not hungry and sees I'm not going to hurt him, he's quite docile. In the end, I'll grow fond of him. It's what happened with the master.
Vale, lo tengo aquí. Es decir, ahora puedo hacer así, poner el collar.
He stinks like a wild animal that has never taken a bath in his life. He is a ball of lice entangled in thick hair. He is brown, not white. Yes, I'm afraid the Baroness would notice the difference.
Vale. Shampoo.
I used all the shampoo. I have to remember to buy some more.
Ok. Enjabonada. ¿Corto el pelo? ¿Y ahora sí?
He needs a rinse. Yes, I'm afraid the Baroness would notice the difference.
Vale, necesita un aclarado, ¿no? A ver, un momentillo. ¿Dónde puedo...? Un aclarado. En la ducha del tío este no creo, ¿no? Porque está arriba bañándose, ¿no? No, desde luego. A ver. Tiene que ser. Pero ¿cómo lo hago? ¿Qué? Bañera, a ver.
Did you get rid of that howling gorgon yet?
It's not as easy as it seems.
Do I have to do everything myself in this house?
No, just enjoy your bath.
Finish this as soon as possible.
Vale. ¿Me dejará hacer esto?
The master won't take his eyes off me, and I don't think he'd approve of that idea.
Vale, no puedo. A ver.
What are you doing with those scissors? I'm not due for a haircut today.
Oh, nothing. I just thought...
Thought? Huh. Stop wasting your time and come rinse my back.
Someday I'll do more than just rinse your back.
Ah, vale. Oh, no creo, ¿no? Voy a frotarle la espalda con el bicho y lo enjabono, en serio.
The master doesn't appreciate pets
no.
much. I'm not sure whether it'd cause him to panic or fly into a rage.
Toalla.
I don't understand how that makes sense, but the master always says my capabilities are limited.
¿Cómo lo enjabono? ¿Cómo le quito?
The master usually asks me to put one on his face while he bathes to open and purify his pores. This one's already wet. Who knows what he's rubbed with it?
Vale.
I have to submerge him in water in order to rinse him. The towel is wet, but not enough to rinse the animal.
Vale, le puedo poner...
Oh, that is better.
Joder, cómo le ha puesto la toalla, ¿no? Vale, ahora sí, ¿no?
You need your nails trimmed, Nigel. But do not stop.
Vale. Ahora sí, ¿no? Ojo, se viene. Ahora, el collarcito.
A new life awaits you in the arms of a woman who will fulfill you with hugs, kisses and love. Damn vermin. I envy you.
Esperemos que no se dé cuenta, ¿no? Vale, a ver. Mira, señora, que lo he encontrado, hombre. Aquí lo tiene. Lily, antes conocido como Limaña.
Oh, you little devil! There you are!
Yes, he's been naughty.
You won't flee from Mummy's arms again, will you? Do you know if your master will keep me waiting much longer? My feet are killing me.
And at your feet I bow. Lord Alistair Ainsworth, scholar, gentleman, researcher.
Investigador.
At your service, milady.
Pleased to meet you, my lord. Since you arrived in the region, you have been the talk of the town.
Is that so? Truth be told, that is no surprise. It is difficult to maintain anonymity when you're constantly celebrated.
Everyone wonders what kind of a lunatic would come live in this place of his own accord. Now I can say a rather gallant one in my eyes. I admit that meeting you has made the wait worthwhile.
Indeed, that is something I hear often. Although I must say that if Nigel had told me I was making a raven-haired angel wait, I would have hurried.
But I...
You will make me blush.
And so I shall punish myself. I am not worthy of your rosy cheeks.
Oh,
But tell me, milady, what help could a humble bookworm offer an esteemed woman such as yourself?
oh, do not underestimate yourself, Lord Alistair.
Believe me, he doesn't, usually.
You are dismissed, Nigel.
As you say, my lord.
While out walking Lily, I could not help but come in person to invite you to our Calends of May celebration. It's the most important festival of our humble region. We would be honoured by your presence. We will celebrate this Saturday, the night of the 30th of April.
The most important festival in Groldavia is held during the night of Walpurgis, and this year it is a Saturday, the Witches' Sabbath. Coincidence?
¿Conmigo?
Pardon?
Oh, no, nothing. I was just thinking aloud.
Ah, of course. I forgot you are an intellectual.
Oye, está guapo eso, ¿no? De la cuarta pared, ¿verdad? Que mire como a la cámara. Está chulo. A ver, ¿qué celebra en esa fiesta? Seguro que ahí pasa algo, ¿no? Ahí es donde va a pasar algo. ¿Sabe algo de fenómenos paranormales? A ver, ¿sabe?
Do you know anything about supernatural phenomena in the area?
What an odd question. Life in Groldavia is very quiet, Lord Alistair. Quiet as a sepulchre, I would say. If not for the little soirees I hold, I would spend all my days knitting or walking little Lily. By the way, did I tell you we are gathering this evening? You should come and get to know the local dignitaries. You will fit in immediately.
Vale,
Do you usually visit your neighbours to invite them to the local celebrations?
Only the ones who buy a huge castle uninhabited for decades and do not come to pay a courtesy visit to their baroness. You are no common neighbour, Lord Alistair.
Oh, milady, please. Who would dare to displease you?
I am sure you would be in your element with the dignitaries of our little town. Come to the meeting this evening, and we will confirm that.
Vale.
What curious local occasion does the festival commemorate?
I'm not sure. As you may have noticed, I am not from Groldavia.
Indeed, I noticed the absence of facial hair.
I've only been here for a few years and am not familiar with the traditions. I do not know local history, but there is an exhibit of regional cuisine, a tasting of local wines. And they burn a bearded straw doll dressed in red. That is to expel bad omens. What a curious superstition, isn't it?
You have no idea.
But if you are interested in these kind of details, come to the meeting this evening. Maybe you can get there the information I alone cannot provide.
You are most kind to show such courtesy, but I am in the middle of something extremely important.
That sounds interesting. What is it about?
Well, historical research of great value. My colleagues in London are expecting results, and...
That's exciting. A few moments of relaxation in the humble company of the most distinguished people in town may serve you well. Join our gathering this evening. There you'll be able to share your fabulous ideas.
Yes, of course. I give you my word as a gentleman that I will try to attend. Now, I am sure you must return to your duties, and I do not want to steal any more of your time.
Truth is, I am enjoying the conversation.
Oh, indeed, and there will be time to continue talking at some other point.
I hope so. Whatever your decision, I will be waiting.
Madame?
Madame? Vale.
Well, Alistair, it is clear you are as charming as ever. But now you must employ your talent for the highest of purposes. Where were we? Ah, yes. Curiously, I am totally blank. This is going to require a good Havana cigar. Contemplating the goddess by the warmth of the fireplace always inspires me.
Mira, ahora manejamos a este, ¿no? Oh, mola. Hostia, pues... me gusta mucho el juego, la verdad, ¿eh? Me gusta mucho el juego. A ver, ya lo tengo en la whitelist de Steam desde hace un tiempo, ¿no? Y quería probar la demo. Pero es que a mí las aventuras gráficas me flipan, ¿eh? Pues nada, gente, creo que vamos a dejar el vídeo por aquí. Porque no sé cuánto llevaremos, pero... Mira, pues justo, media horita. De lujo. Así que nada, lo dicho, lo dejamos por aquí. Ya sabéis que os dejo todos los enlaces por ahí abajo. El Twitter del desarrollador, el editor, el link de Steam por si queréis jugar a la demo, que tienen demo ahora mismo disponible. Y ponerlo en la whitelist, porque la verdad es que tiene pinta de juegazo este, de aventura gráfica. Está muy bien hecho todo, no sé. Está chulo. Nada, gente, pues nos vemos en el próximo vídeo con otro indie. Adiós.